Get ready to step back into the blood-soaked glory days of horror with 10 hidden gems from the 1980s. These twisted relics deliver relentless suspense, shocking practical effects, and the kind of raw, unfiltered terror modern films can't replicate. Keep watching if you dare to survive the decade that redefined fear. Number 10. Cujo.
Please, God, get me out of here. My God, I'm losing my baby.
A small-town family's life spirals into terror when a once-friendly St. Bernard contracts rabies, transforming into a relentless predator with nothing but bloodlust in its eyes. A mother and her young son find themselves trapped in a sweltering car, the beast lurking outside, its foaming jaws just inches away. As days drag on, dehydration and fear gnaw at them while the dog's primal fury turns each moment into a desperate fight for survival. Cujo blends suffocating tension with animalistic horror, forcing its victims and viewers to confront how thin the line is between safety and savagery. The heat, the howls, and the hopelessness fuse into a primal nightmare that never loosens its grip. Number 9. Monkey Shines.
What the hell are you doing to her?
The director of Night of the Living Dead, George A. Romero, the master of terror and suspense.
After a tragic accident leaves an athletic man paralyzed from the neck down, his only companion becomes Ella, an intelligent capuchin monkey trained to assist the disabled. At first, her presence feels like salvation, offering him independence and comfort. But soon, Ella's uncanny awareness sharpens into something far darker. Their bond deepens into a disturbing psychic connection, and his buried anger begins to manifest through her increasingly violent actions. The film twists a tale of companionship into a slow-burning nightmare, where trust curdles into terror and the smallest of creatures becomes the deadliest threat. The tension builds like a tightening noose, every chitter and shadow hinting at the next bloody turn. Number 8. Pin.
You'll have to take care of Pin before Pin takes care of you. Is Pin a friend?
In a quiet suburban household, two siblings grow up under the watchful gaze of Pin, a life-sized medical mannequin their father uses to teach anatomy, always speaking to it as if it were alive. For the younger brother, Pin becomes more than just an educational tool. He's a confidant, a friend, and eventually something far more sinister. After tragedy strikes, the line between reality and delusion blurs, and the once innocent bond festers into obsession and madness. The film is an eerie, psychologically charged descent into isolation, where childhood imagination mutates into an all-consuming horror. The mannequin's silent, unblinking stare becomes a presence that is impossible to escape, even in the dead of night. Number 7. The Entity.
They will find.
I don't really understand this. You were attacked? Or you weren't? It happened.
A single mother's ordinary evening is shattered when an invisible force violently assaults her in her own home, an attack that will not stop. No matter where she flees, the presence follows, striking with unrelenting brutality, its motives unknown and its power terrifyingly real. Desperate for help, she turns to both science and the paranormal, uncovering that this malevolent force may be far older and darker than anyone dares to admit. The Entity is a harrowing blend of supernatural horror and psychological torment, where the unseen becomes more terrifying than any monster you can touch. Each attack feels like a violation of safety itself, leaving both the character and the viewer utterly defenseless. Number 6. Re-Animator.
And he's just made a discovery that could wake up the dead.
When an ambitious medical student named Herbert West arrives at Miskatonic University, he brings with him a glowing green serum, one that can reanimate the dead. At first, the experiments seem miraculous, but the resurrected don't return as they were. They come back violent, twisted, and insatiable. As West's obsession grows, bodies pile up and the campus becomes a grotesque playground of blood and madness. Directed by Stuart Gordon, Re-Animator is a delirious mix of Lovecraftian horror and outrageous gore, balancing scientific hubris with pitch-black humor. The morgue doors swing open to chaos, and the line between genius and insanity dissolves into a spray of crimson. Number 5. The Blob.
Oh, what's wrong?
I'm at the Orbitville Hospital. An old man's just been killed down here.
When a mysterious object crashes in a small town, it unleashes a glistening, pulsating mass that devours everything and everyone in its path. At first, it's dismissed as nothing more than a strange curiosity, but the blob grows with every victim, oozing through streets, drains, and doorways with unstoppable hunger. As panic spreads, a few desperate survivors race to uncover its origin, only to realize it may not be of this world at all. Directed by Chuck Russell, The Blob is a relentless, shape-shifting nightmare that turns familiar places into death traps, its kills shockingly brutal and swift. The gelatinous terror swallows not just bodies, but any shred of hope left behind. Number 4, From Beyond.
Something's coming.
After a bizarre experiment with a device called the Re-Animator, 2 scientists open a gateway to a parallel dimension, one teeming with unseen, nightmarish creatures. The machine doesn't just reveal these horrors, it changes those who use it, awakening grotesque transformations in body and mind. As the pull of the other world grows stronger, reality warps into a feverish blur of color, flesh, and madness. Directed by Stuart Gordon, the film is a lurid, surreal plunge into Lovecraftian terror, where the human form is as malleable as clay and desire itself becomes monstrous. The longer the Re-Animator hums, the closer the creatures come, until they're no longer on the other side. Number 3, Near Dark.
I gotta do this for you. Mr. Big Knuckle.
A young drifter's quiet life takes a violent turn when a chance encounter with a mysterious woman drags him into a roaming pack of nomadic vampires. Bound by blood and hunted by daylight, he's torn between his old humanity and the brutal new family that thrives in the shadows. Their existence is a constant blur of smoky bars, lonely highways, and sudden savage feeding frenzies. Directed by Catherine Bigelow, Near Dark fuses Western grit with supernatural horror, creating a sun-scorched nightmare where loyalty comes with a body count. Night after night, the line between survival and damnation fades into the dust. Number 2, Angst.
Yeah?
Fresh out of prison, a deeply disturbed man roams the countryside, consumed by an uncontrollable urge to kill. His search for a victim leads him to an isolated home, where an unsuspecting family becomes the target of his escalating frenzy. The hours that follow unfold in a chillingly methodical fashion, each moment captured with a cold, unblinking gaze that refuses to look away. The film is an unrelenting descent into the mind of a predator, its realism so stark it feels almost documentary. Every breath, every movement drips with a dread that seeps into the bones, making escape feel utterly impossible. Number 1, Christine.
Talking about Christine, man!
When shy teenager Arnie Cunningham buys a beat-up 1958 Plymouth Fury, he sees nothing more than a chance to rebuild a beautiful classic car. But as Christine's glossy red paint returns and her engine purrs to life, something darker awakens, an insatiable, possessive hunger for blood. Those who cross Arnie or threaten the bond between boy and car soon meet grisly, inexplicable ends. Directed by John Carpenter, Christine transforms the open road into a killing ground, fusing mechanical menace with supernatural obsession. Under the hood lies not just horsepower, but a vengeful spirit that won't stop until it has consumed its driver's soul. Here are 4 other movies you have to see. Night of the Creeps.
The creeps are taking over.
I got good news and bad news, girl.
On you.
A college prank goes horribly wrong when alien slug-like parasites infect the living, turning them into reanimated corpses. As the outbreak spreads through campus on prom night, a group of students and a hard-edged cop must battle the growing horde. Equal parts horror and campy fun, it's a love letter to 50s sci-fi with a splatter-filled twist. Night of the Comet.
I'm really glad to see it. It's Saturday morning. Where are the goddamn kids?
When a passing comet wipes out most of humanity, 2 Valley girls awaken to find Los Angeles eerily deserted. The few survivors they encounter are either deranged or mutating into something worse. Together, they must fight to stay alive in a neon-lit wasteland filled with danger and dark humor. Dead of winter.
Miss McGovern? Miss McGovern?
An aspiring actress is lured to an isolated mansion under the pretense of a movie role, only to discover she's part of a sinister plot. As a deadly storm traps her inside, she unravels a web of deceit, hidden identities, and murder. The walls close in with a chilling mix of psychological and physical danger. Door? A lonely housewife becomes the fixation of a deranged door-to-door salesman whose persistence turns into violent obsession. Trapped in her own home, she finds herself in a claustrophobic battle for survival as his presence grows more menacing. What begins as an annoyance spirals into a nightmarish siege.
Up!